Hello aspirants, this is Ashutosh Sharma. I have cleared every bank exam in my first attempt, and today marks an important day because I am starting a new initiative for all the RBI Grade B aspirants out there. I am starting economics and social issues classes ESI, and we'll start off from chapter 1 so that we can cover each and every topic inside the entire vast syllabus of economics and social issues. On YouTube, I am providing these classes free of cost for you. If you want to clear RBI Grade B exam, you must understand one thing, that you need to prepare for phase 2 along with your phase 1 preparation, because maximum students make this mistake. They believe that okay, once I have cleared phase 1, then I'll start preparing for phase 2. But what happens is that after clearing your phase 1, usually you get 20 to 30 days for your preparation, which is not enough for covering the vast syllabus of ESI. Whether you are from science background or for commerce background and you are wondering how can I cover this syllabus, how to prepare, from where to study, do not worry. In these classes I will start off from the very basic level so that your foundation gets strong, even if you are from science background and you have no idea about the economics and social issues subject. So first of all, we'll start off with what is actually ESI subject all about. So basically in ESI subject, we are going to talk about the economy, the government policies and the social development of India. Here we will be primarily concerned about the economics and social issues which are related to Indian subcontinent only. Alright, now what kind of questions are you going to expect in the exam? So in the exam, in the phase 2 ESI, there will be two types of questions. First, you will be getting MCQs where you have to select the correct answer, and second will be descriptive. Now this is simple also and also very tricky because this includes your 400 words answers and your 600 words answers. So in this you need to be perfect in all the concepts of economics and social issues, which you will become once you start attending my classes on a daily basis. Along with that, you must have a good idea and good knowledge about the current affairs related to ESI. Alright, so we'll be discussing all this in a while. First of all, we are going to start with the most basic concept inside the ESI subject. What is economy? Any guesses what I am talking about? So economy is basically a system by which a country produces, consumes and distributes goods and services. So I am writing down the definition for you. Number 1 is produces, number 2 is consumes, and number 3 is distributes. So these are three different terms. In economy, a country is producing goods and services, it is consuming goods and services, it is distributing goods and services. So you can also say that these are the three levels of an economy. Now before we move on to India, we must have a clear idea that what are the types of economies which are into play. So it is basically divided into two types. First is your capitalist economy, and second is your socialist economy. Now, if you are from economics background, you must be having some idea about this. But if you are from science background like me, then let me give you a clear idea that what is this all about in simple terms. So first of all, if we look at the ownership, who owns the goods and services in a capitalist and in a socialist scheme. So in the capitalist scheme, the ownership is in private hands, or you can say companies. So the goods and services are basically controlled and owned by the companies in a capitalist scheme of economy, but in a socialist scheme, this ownership is in the hands of state, or you can say that it is in the hands of the government of the country. Now, if we look at the second difference, that what is the motive behind a capitalist economy and what is the motive behind a socialist economy, what is their basic objective? So in a capitalist economy, profit is their basic motive. All they want to do is that all their activities, they are targeted, they are aimed at making profit. However, in socialist economy, the basic and the most important motive of theirs is social welfare. Since over here the ownership is in the hands of the government, so the government is basically aimed at social welfare or the welfare of the masses. So these are two most basic differences. Now let me give you a few examples of these two. So in capitalist economy, we can look at US and Japan. So these are examples of capitalist economy. If we look at socialist, so basically the first and foremost would be China. And why I am not giving the example of India in either of the two? What do you think, whether India is socialist economy or capitalist economy like US? So basically India is neither socialist nor totally capitalist. India has basically entered into a different type of economy which is known as mixed economy. So in a mixed economy such as India, basically both the factors are at play. The government is also there and the private firms and the companies are also there. Together, they merge together to make a mixed economy. So the ownership is not 100% in the hands of the government, nor is it in the hands of the private companies. Neither is it totally profit oriented, nor is it totally social welfare oriented. So this is an example of mixed economy, which is India. So if in your exam the question comes, India is an example of, is India is a type of which kind of economy, your answer would be mixed economy. I hope you are making notes along with this class, so that when you keep writing your notes alongside me, you will be able to learn better and recall better. Now another important basic concept is GDP versus GNP. How is GDP and GNP different? What is GDP? What is GNP? So basically, if we look at India, now these are the borders of India, you can say the physical boundary of India. So whatever goods and services get produced inside India, inside the borders, within the borders of India, that is going to come, the total value of goods and services inside the borders of India, that is going to come under GDP, gross domestic product. So if you have pen and paper with you, you can write down the total value of goods and services, goods as well as services produced within the geographical boundary of India is known as GDP. So let's say Tom Cruise from US comes all the way to India, and somewhere here is the US. So he comes all the way to India, he enters the Indian boundary. Over here he sets up a factory and he started producing some goods, or he started, let's say he's into filmmaking, so he started a filmmaking institution, he is providing a service, people are coming over there, they are learning how to make films. So basically he's providing a service inside India. Since it is set up inside India, so it is going to get counted in GDP. However, when we look at GNP, it is different. GNP stands for gross national product. So GNP basically is a little bit different from GDP. In GNP, it means the total value of goods and services produced by Indian nationals. Here we are not taking into account the boundaries and the physical boundaries of India. So let's say Tom Cruise is again producing, he has started this filmmaking institution. So whether this is going to get counted inside GNP? No. So the value of goods or services offered by Tom Cruise inside India is not going to be counted. Why? Because he is not a citizen of India. Let's say he takes up Indian citizenship, then definitely this is going to get counted. Now one more example we can take, that let's say Shah Rukh Khan sees Tom Cruise doing this and he instead moves on to UK and he opens a filmmaking institute over here. Now he is teaching acting to students of UK and Shah Rukh Khan stays an Indian national. So in this case, it is going to get counted in gross national product. Despite this service being offered in UK, it is not happening inside the boundary of India. Still, it is going to get counted in the gross national product because it is being provided, it is a service being provided by an Indian national. So this is the difference between GDP and GNP. I hope with this example you must have understood this difference. Now let's talk about one more important thing, which is one of the major basic concepts of ESI, which is inflation versus deflation. So by now you must have understood we are talking about goods and services. So if the value of goods and services is increasing, the rate at which this value of goods and services is increasing with respect to time, then it is called as inflation. So the increase, we can say the increase in the value of goods and services. It would be better if you write the rate of increase. This will be inflation, the rate of increase in value of goods and services with respect to time. It is known as inflation. And let's say the value starts decreasing with respect to time, then it is going to be the rate of decrease in value, that is going to be deflation. With respect to time, if the value of goods and services starts decreasing, then that is going to be called as deflation. So these are basic economic terms which you must know before we move into the more deeper things of ESI subject. That's why this is included in my chapter 1. This is your first class. I hope you are making notes alongside this. Now some of the more deeper concepts which you must know in order to clear RBI Grade B exam. I am noting them down. First is your how inflation impacts our savings and loans. Now, how does inflation impact our savings and loans? This is one of the more advanced concepts which you must know in order to be prepared for RBI Grade B exam. Second is, how does RBI use OMO? OMO stands for Open Market Operations. So it is used by RBI to control the inflation. Now how does RBI use this? You must know it is one of the more advanced things inside your ESI preparation. Now third one would be how does India's fiscal deficit matter in global rankings? So when we are looking at global rankings, why does India's fiscal deficit matter so much as a nation? So these are some of the advanced terms, advanced concepts which you must know in order to tackle the ESI subject. Now from where are you going to get this? Do not worry, inside my advanced classes, inside your beginner to banker course, I'll be providing you detailed knowledge, I'll be providing you detailed classes of ESI subject, and over YouTube we'll keep moving on through every day with more basic classes. But for the advanced things which you must know, you can join my class inside the beginner to banker course, where I'll teach you everything that you need to know in order to crack ESI subject of the RBI Grade B 2025 and the 2026 exam. The link to join my class and the beginner to banker course inside the course is given in the description of this video and in the comment section. So if you are serious about clearing RBI Grade B, this is going to be your best chance, your best shot at clearing RBI Grade B, because in my class I will leave no stone unturned to help you crack RBI Grade B with maximum marks like a topper. So just join it, because there are limited seats available. I cannot teach each and every student, so only a few students can join the course now. So limited seats are left. You can join it today, and for the basics classes you can continue watching my daily classes over here on YouTube. We'll meet again tomorrow with chapter number 2. How did you like this lesson? If you found it useful, give it a like. Make sure you are subscribed to this so you do not miss my future classes, and do share it with all your friends who are preparing for RBI Grade B exam. All the best.